Let's go like mommy.
What we do here is go back.
Good morning and welcome to week 2. I'm again starting my day off with some lemon cayenne water, having it iced again, and also some high-calf black tea with soy milk. And as always, you will find the recipes, shopping list, and ways to modify all of these recipes in the description below. Now for breakfast, I'm going to have a creamy strawberry smoothie, and I'm going to start with some spinach or some kind of variation of mixed greens, soy milk, and blending that together first. And then I'm going to have vanilla protein powder and almond butter, blending that together. And then after this, I'm going to add those frozen bananas and frozen strawberries. This smoothie is really similar to week 1, but just by modifying a couple ingredients, you can get a pretty different tasting smoothie. Then I'm going to top it off with the almond coconut crumble, and I'll show how to make that at the end of this video. That smoothie was pretty high calorie, so I'm just going to have matcha tea for a snack. So just mix water and matcha in a shaker with some ice, and again, you could put the soy milk in the shaker too, but I'm just going to top it off with milk again. And for lunch, I'm going to have a cold soup and pasta. So I'm starting out with gazpacho, which is an Italian soup made in a variety of different ways. Topping off with salt and pepper and cilantro. You can also use basil instead, and then also some of this red bell pepper. For more flavor and calories, top it off with some olive oil. Now for the pasta, I'll actually make this in the morning when I make my smoothie because it's actually really good cold, so I can take this to go. So I just boiled some water, added the pasta, and then cooking it for about 8 minutes until the texture is the way you like it. And for the toppings, I am going to put some olive oil, nutritional yeast, stir that together, then add the garlic salt, and if it's too dry, just add in some almond milk or even just water, and then topping it off with some red pepper flakes. These are both easy to take to go, and just store them in some spill-proof containers. And of course, drinking water all day long, as usual. Alright, now for some dinner, I'm going to use this bamboo steamer that I recently got, and I think it's super cool. You can get all your veggies cooked in about 10 minutes. So I'm just lining it with cabbage. You can also line it with some parchment paper, which I'll show on the next tier. So I'm cutting up potatoes and some cauliflower and putting that on the first layer because those are denser vegetables. And then I'm going to put there's the parchment paper. So that's where I'm going to put my lighter vegetables on the top layer, and some mushrooms, and then pulling in the parchment paper and putting the lid on. And then I'm going to fill a saute pan with some water, and there it is, already steamed. Wow, that was quick. Just kidding, that was about 10 minutes later. So there's my potatoes, and those are all cooked, ready to go. And just putting in a bowl. I ran out of room to put the cabbage in there, but definitely eat the cabbage, it's good. And then I'm going to top it off with some sesame dressing. Here's the first bulk item, the almond coconut crumble, and I'm going to start by chopping up a bunch of almonds. And you might want to just do this in batches, but you're just loosely chopping it, and then adding oats, coconut flakes, cacao nibs, almond butter, and maple syrup, stirring that together, and then top it up with a little bit of salt. And you can keep it raw and just top it on your smoothies like that, or you can bake this in the oven on a pan with some parchment paper. For the sesame dressing, I'm going to start by using water, then maple syrup, sesame oil, soy sauce, red pepper flakes, and then I'm going to grate some ginger, and then add in some minced garlic, or I'm actually going to use this garlic press. But I mean, you don't really need it, but it just kind of makes it easier to mince the garlic. Then stirring that together, all done. For the gazpacho, I'm going to start with slicing tomatoes in half and taking out their center. This is just going to help with texture, but if you're too lazy like I usually am, I will just usually leave those in. And I'm going to blend that together, and then I'm going to take a cucumber, there it is, and peel it. And this is also just to help with texture, so you're going to discard the peels. Then I'm going to blend that together, and then I'm going to grab some red bell peppers and just loosely chop them and measure it out in a measuring cup. Just to make sure I have enough. So for this one I have about a quarter left of red bell pepper, and then I'm going to blend this together. Then I'm going to add in some loosely chopped onion, some jalapeno, some garlic, taking off the little outer shell, putting that in there, and blending it up. Then I'm rolling out a lime to get the juices flowing, makes it easier to juice that lime. Then adding in some red wine vinegar. And that is it. I'm going to store it in this container in the fridge. On really hot days, I may not work out as much, which means I don't need to eat as many calories as normal. But even with a little bit lower calories, you can see I'm still getting all the nutrition that I need. And if you like this video, please subscribe. And just remember, all the details about this video are down below in the description.